Welcome to Popcorn with Paper. This is Kathy Paper. I'm super psyched you are watching this video. Here's my popcorn, right? One of my favorite foods. Got to have a fresco with it. It's Friday afternoon, and I wanted to tell you a couple things about networking and how you can expand your network. Because when you think about building your network, what kind of activities are you doing and trying to branch out, to get out there further? I am doing this Boulder Mountain tour. I got off the wait list and I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm a little nervous, but I'm also excited because I know along the way, I will push myself a little bit. It will inspire me and I will meet some new people, whether it's on the bus ride or on the trail or what we're doing. And I think as you consider your networking, and if you're feeling a little stagnant, try something different. Get out of your comfort zone. You'll probably get a nice gift bag out of the deal if you do a race or something that's physical. I have no idea what this little thing is. I think it's to take the wax off my skis. So I'm a total novice. Comes with a little hat. This hat company, Sauce, is made in Bozeman, Montana. I bet I know somebody in my network who lives in Bozeman who maybe knows them. And it was my girlfriend, actually a freshman. I was her JA who turned me on to this race. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it a shot. So networking, you can expand things by doing that. So second topic, second piece of popcorn, right, is thinking about a lot about what's going on in Minnesota. I'm out of town right now, and I've been wearing a Minnesota hat. Or when people ask where you're from, I'll say Minnesota, and they go, "Oh." And I've been learning a lot about the Constitution, about sanctuary cities, about how we might have gotten here with immigration. I still don't know how this movie ends, but I encourage you, if you're watching this, to ask yourself some questions about, could we solve this differently? How could we do this without, whether it's violence or people scaring other people that maybe they're not from this country, but they do have status. It's just really troubling to me that this is where we've landed to. So I encourage you, learn more about some of these things so that we can figure out, how do we get out of this situation? We don't have an answer as of February 6th. Okay. So I have no idea when it's going to end. I did hear that St. Paul schools are going to all Zoom because families don't want to leave and the kids aren't learning. And to me, that's a travesty because we lived through this with COVID. We don't want to do it again. So, final thing, one more piece of popcorn for you on this Friday afternoon is, when you are networking, what is it that you are doing when you bump into somebody that you know who's your mutual acquaintance? I got a photo the other day from two friends that bumped into each other at an event, and they both know me. I'm their common bond, and they sent me a photo. And it was awesome to see them there. They were super happy. They were laughing. They were like, "Hey, Paper, we wish that you were here." And it made me feel really good about being a connector and connecting other people. Because when you think about your network, 60% of jobs are found through somebody that you know. Okay. Even in this day of online, LinkedIn, all those different ways you can find jobs, people still find out about the job, or they get into it through somebody else, or they build those connections. So I want you to think about, how can you really be that person that's connecting, and that your network has these tentacles that are working. And then, of course, in sales, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. Do people know you and what you're about and what you stand for? Are you in touch with them, or are you so quiet online or in person that they don't know some of your accomplishments or things that you've done? So I encourage you to really start getting clear of, how are you going to talk about things that you do? So as a performance coach for all these years, working with executives at Best Buy, John Deere, Apple, all types of individuals, on career coaching, things that you're doing, you've got to be able to talk about what it is that you do. You're not bragging, you're just sharing, here's what I know and what I can do. So there's my first popcorn with paper on a Friday afternoon. Super psyched that you watched this. I wanted to also let you know I have a couple of new keynote speeches that have been getting rave reviews. You can find more videos on YouTube of them, and would love to come to your organization or your association that you're part of coming this summer or spring. So Kathy Paper, have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching.